Hello dear guests and subscribers of my channel, my name is Salomon and today we are going to discuss the balance update or the balance changes that are going to be added in the game with the nearest maintenance break. And in these balance changes the developers want to increase the usage of the new recall spell, and today we are going to discuss if this will work or not, and also we will discuss how this recall spell can be used. But also there will be some slightly additional changes that we are going to discuss also today. But before that, guys, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Your support is really needed and highly appreciated. Thanks a lot in advance. Okay guys, so now I am on the test build to show you all the changes that are going to be made in the nearest maintenance break. And the first thing that will be changed is the graveyard spell. I think most of you know that the graveyard spell is very frequently used in the raid weekends, and this is a rage spell. Now this is a graveyard spell, and this spell is used for different kind of spams. For example, the air spam, when you use it with the barrels and the balloons, or with your battle rams, super wizards and giants, for example. These are two most frequently used spam strategies. And to decrease the efficiency of the graveyard spell, the creators want to decrease the skeleton count of this spell. So you see here the first level of such spell, and the skeleton count is 21. If you check in your current game, you will see that for the first level of graveyard spell there are 23 skeletons to be born, and the same will happen with the higher levels. For example, currently we have 23, 27, 31 and 35 skeletons for each level, and after the maintenance break there will be 21, 25, 29 and 32 skeletons born. That means that there will be two skeletons less, and for the top level of graveyard spell 3 skeletons less than it was. Actually, in my opinion, this decrease is about 10%, and it should not highly influence the usage of the graveyard spell, but nevertheless it will be slightly decreased. So please write in the comments what do you think, how this will affect the raids and the usage of this spell. My clan capital peak is not very high as it's test build and I didn't upgrade it, but I just wanted to show you how the graveyard spell will be changed. The next change that will be made, and this is I think one of the most important changes that is announced for this maintenance break, is the buff of the recall spell. For all levels of recall spell, the capacity will be increased by 11. That means that for the top level of recall spell, the recall's capacity will be 101. Now actually it's 90. And in my opinion, this spell is not very often used, and I don't see much strategies with this recall spell, because actually in most cases it's better to take one rage spell or maybe two freeze spells and so on and so on. And the developers see that this spell is not frequently used, and that's why they want to buff it, so players start using it more often. And I don't actually know the army compositions that can use this recall spell, because sometimes, as I said, it's better to take some other spells. But nevertheless, I will show you one attack in which I think this recall spell can work, and I will explain you why I think this attack can use such recall spell. And this is attack with Hydra and Queen charge. And actually, in some cases, in anti 3-star bases, the town hall is located on one side and pretty much close to the edge of the base. So that means that usually you can take it out by your queen charge. But in such cases, when your queen destroys the town hall, if she goes further inside the base, she usually gets down and being killed by other defenses, and also That's why you want to take her out from this charge. So mainly you destroy the town hall, then you recall it and recall her actually that, and then you just send it on the other side of your funnel, for example, so she continue to create the funnel for your dragons. But actually, even with this increase, you cannot take out your queen with all her healers. So basically, you see that one healer still stays on the map, and in some cases she will move to your next hero, as you see here, for example, your king. But actually you are taking out the unicorn. So basically, for this trick, the increase of the like the capacity of this recall spell, you don't feel it, because previously it was also the same picture. You were taking out 4 healers, and the 5th healer just remained on the base. That's why I think even with this increase for this exactly army composition, this spell will not work, and probably people won't take it. But actually, if we try to count what troops and in what amount you can take out with a new increased recall spell, it's actually a pretty big number. For example, you can take out 5 dragons, or 3 electro dragons, or 3 titans, and so on. So actually, if you count in loons, it will be around 20 loons, because each loon is 5 places of capacity, and that means that 100 space is 20 loons. But I cannot imagine cases when you have that amount of loons which you need to recall. Only thing that I can imagine is, for example, you use your like Blizzard, but instead of loons, you take instead of wizards, you take loons, cloned loons, and when they destroy the town hall, you quickly recall them and then use them on other side of the base. But usually it's not 20. So basically, there are some rare cases when you, for example, are destroying the town hall with your main army, and then you try to recall everybody to place them on another side, so you don't get hurt by the poison from the town hall. But it's so rare that you won't take this recall spell in your each attack, for example, in Legendary League or so on. By the way, this attack ended up with 97% and time fail, but you see that my queen stayed alive till the end of the attack. That means that this trick with the recall spell actually worked, because I didn't lose my queen. But on the other hand, because of this trick, I lost some time, and that lead to time fail. And this is another reason why the recall spell is not used so frequently. Another thing that is going to be changed is also pretty interesting, and this concerns this link to super minions, sorry. The reason is that the long shot ability for super minions is increased. Here you see that first 6 attacks are fired from longer range, and if you check in the game currently, there will be a number 5. That means that super minions will make 1 more long range shot, and actually this is a buff for them. But another interesting thing, that the defensive minions will have the same amount of longer range attacks. So if you take them in CC and you try to defend with them, then you will have 5 longer range attacks, and if you use it in the attack, then you will have 6 attacks. So this is interesting, because I don't know other cases when your troops have different abilities when they are offensive or when they are defensive, and this is also a buff. Another thing that will be changed is a bug when sometimes the ground CC was triggered by Phoenix Egg when following Air Warden. Actually, I didn't face these types of bugs, but in my opinion, this makes sense, because if you're using Air Warden and you're using Phoenix with it, then the egg will lure out the ground CC troops, which is not logical. And another bug, a slight bug that was also fixed, is when you remove Rabbit Lantern, it will turn into Glowy Lantern. Actually, I don't also face this bug, and the main things that I think will be interesting in this maintenance break and in this balance update is these changes of recall spell, and the graveyard spell. Slightly increase of super minions won't affect a lot, but nevertheless, please write in the comments what do you think about all these balance changes, and do you think that recall spell will be revived and will be actively used? And if not, please write your opinion why and what do you think should be done to make this recall spell used more frequently. That's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I see you in the next video. It was Salomon. Bye.